All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
I'm Sebas.
Who?
Say what?
You guys are annoying.
Already? We're not even a minute in.
Nope.
Oh, this is gonna go great tonight. So we skipped last week. Long story, whatever, whatnot. But so you sent me a text the other day telling me that you didn't lose your $50 on the gas.
And Manuel actually hit me up about it too.
Yeah.
And so I told him I'd give him an answer. I said there's a little twist to the story.
All right. What happened?
So it's a business expense because I'm getting it for my work truck.
Right. Okay. So real quick. So what happened was last week Tony said he had gone to the gas station that he normally goes to. He put in $50 worth of gas, got his ice and all his shit. He got in his truck and within like an hour or whatever, his gas light was on. But he thought that he put in $50 worth of gas.
So I got beat for $50.
Right.
So because it's a business expense, I get receipts. I keep the receipts, and then once a week, once every other week, whenever I have time, I input all the receipts in my system.
Okay.
Wow, how embarrassing your ringer's on. I thought you were a professional.
It happens.
Before I got to input these receipts, my statement came in. So I was going off my statement.
Okay.
And doing my reconcile of my book, and I think let's say the number was 5813.
Okay.
So I'm looking at I have a charge on in my books 5813 because that's what I wrote.
Okay.
But then I'm looking at my statement, and there's no 5813.
Okay.
I'm like, what's going on?
581.
No, it's 813. I have a charge from the gas station for $8.13.
Oh,
but I thought it was $58.13.
right.
So I bought the stuff, told him 50 in gas, but I guess he didn't give me my 50 in gas.
No, what happens when you go to the gas station? And I thought about that when I was listening to the podcast. Like, did you do it as an ATM transaction?
Yes.
So whenever you go to a gas station, if you put in, like, say you would have put in $5 worth of gas, and then it clicked off and you put it up, you would have been charged the $8 plus the $5, so it would have been $13.81. And then they put the rest back onto your account. So that's why, since the 50 never went into your account, they just put it back on your card. That's why you only had the $8.31.
What?
charge.
You lost me. I'm totally lost.
So if you go buy gas at a gas station.
Okay, I walk into the store. I got my ice. I got my little Gatorade. And I go to the counter.
You walked into the store with the ice?
And then you said
no.
And then you said $50 on pump 3.
I gave them all my
$3.81. Is that right? Go ahead. You punch in your code.
Correct.
And it approves it.
Yes.
That places a hold on those funds.
Okay.
It doesn't take it out of your bank yet.
Okay, but I did get a receipt.
Correct.
Okay.
So then you go and you try to pump the gas, but it never took any gas out.
Okay.
It never put any gas in your tank. So when you pull it out and put it back on the thing, it closed out that transaction. So automatically it sends it back to the register, and that $50 goes back onto your account.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So like, let's say you put 50 and it only took 45. They would have given you back the $5, because if you would have gone in and said, hey, I paid for 50 and I only got 45. Oh, okay. Well, it'll go back on your account.
Oh.
Or you can. I can give you the $5 if you want, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, not that it's happened often, but I think the last time they just gave me a new receipt with the new amount.
There you go. So yeah, so that's
wow. So yeah, I made $50
You made $50
because it was lost in my eyes. I made $50.
You got a strange way of looking at shit, Tony, but okay. All right, I'll let you have it. All right. So Sebas, where you been at, man? It's been like forever and a day since you've been here.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Glad to be invited back.
Yeah, well, what's going on with you? Where you been? Tell everybody what's going
I've been
on.
working.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yep, just working.
The weekend that your dad took off to the casino for his birthday. That weekend?
Yeah.
For the comedy shows?
Yeah.
What you do, kid?
Working. I was working.
You didn't bring nobody home?
Nope.
You had an empty house?
Yeah, it was closing. So I was getting off at midnight till 1 in the morning. I come home and fucking sleep. I've been working 6 to 7 day weeks, 10 to 12-hour days.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ain't that why you quit the last job?
Fucking tired. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, don't fucking.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I'm watering the dirt, but it's still brown on this side. Not getting any greener.
Yeah.
I mean, how should I?
So, what time are you supposed to normally get out?
On a close?
Yeah.
Anywhere between 11:30 and midnight.
And lately, and it's usually about 1 o'clock since you've been coming home.
Yeah.
Is that because you're still new at it?
It's not me. I've got my closing down pat. I have my routine down. I know how to work most of the team. It's when stuff goes wrong in the production area that screws me, because how do I put this without fucking giving it away? So from start of the process of making the product to when the product is coming out fresh, it takes an hour.
Okay.
So if something messes up in between then, you fall behind an hour. Basically.
Right, because you got to start that whole
You have to
production
start
process.
again.
So is the product in such a demand that really
Yes.
hurts? Really?
Yeah.
How often is that drive through full?
The past 2 weeks, it's been full almost every day except for Monday, Tuesday.
Like
Really?
it's nonstop?
Yeah.
Really?
Like when
Yeah.
you say full, are you talking like from the pay window to the order window or further out?
I'm talking people are at the menu, and you know how when you finish ordering, you pull forward?
Yeah.
Well, they can't pull forward. So they're stuck at the menu, and there's people behind them.
Okay. Wow. I didn't realize that place was that busy.
I didn't
all the
It's
time.
because of the promotions that we've got going right now for all the Halloween stuff.
Oh, because you guys got a special menu for that, right now?
Yeah, we got special products for it.
Wow.
And like Saturdays are huge because we have buy one, get one for $2. So all my Saturdays have been busy. Like I said, nonstop back to back.
But back to closing, at one point the product has to stop being made anyways.
Yes.
And that time should be the same every night in order for you to be out of there by midnight.
It's not the same every night. Because now we have the Halloween stuff, they want us to build up so that way when the morning comes in, they can start. So I'm pushing product out until right when we close. Because usually what happens is they'll stop at about 8. So that way, by the time 9:30 rolls around, that's when the last stuff is coming off. And they're already halfway through the cleaning process. But when the production area is caught up, then once stuff comes rolling off at 9:30, my retail people have to stop and pick off the line. So they got to stop throwing waste. They got to stop cleaning. They got to stop washing trays. So it slows the whole night down.
And they're not mad at you for having to work late every night? They haven't said anything?
They haven't said anything, mostly because I get my shit done. When they come in the next morning, it's spick and fucking span.
But it's costing them an hour of overtime.
It's costing them an hour of overtime because of the production area. But our sales are so in the green right now as compared to last year that it doesn't matter.
But it's the production area that you're not in charge of during the day, right? So the process is usually, by the time you come in, you're already
It's already
jammed
started,
up.
yeah.
So it's
And they keep changing stuff so much that my people can't keep up, like my production people can't keep up with it. So,
How long have you been there?
I got hired in May. So
5 months?
yeah.
How many people have quit because of all the...
Ooh,
This-
shit. Production people alone, 3.
When you say production people, what other people are there?
There's retail, and then there's processing. So retail, there's production. There's 1 person in the morning, maybe a mid, and then 1 closer. Most of the times we're running an opener, and a closer, so it's just 2 people there. And then we had 1 more on standby, so when 1 person quits, a manager has to go in and cover production. So we're hiring a bunch of people to try and cover that, but when people find out how fucking labor intensive that job is.
So why wouldn't they hire the mid person or the third person to have 3 people running production all day?
I have no fucking answer for you. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Because right now that makes sense to me. Like, well, if something in the middle of the day is falling apart, and you have 2 people, in 1 morning and 1 night person, and they're getting their stuff done.
Well, see, then the issue becomes that if the morning misses anything, the night person has to do it. And there's a gap of about 4 hours where production's not running. Because the morning crew should have made enough, the morning production person should have made enough to last until 3 when the closing production person comes in. But if they miss something, and they have to leave by 11:30 because they get there at 3 in the morning.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're already behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Wow. See, your job ain't that bad. Fuck. Well, I got to call Manny, too. I got to tell I'm probably not going to be able to make it out to his party. I have a girl that's like on the verge of quitting right now. And then I got 1 girl that might be out for a little while. So I'm going to be there by myself day in and day out for who knows how long at this point.
So you're already forecasting canceling on another event that you're not going to not go to?
Well, yeah, but this is out of my control. What do you want me to do?
I understand.
All right.
But, facts are facts.
And the stupid part, you want to know what really sucks? Is that I've already bought all the clothes. I was waiting on one last piece to buy so that I would have everything ready to go. I mean, I found the perfect shoes to go along with what I was doing. The shirt and the hat that I found was fucking spot on. Now I'm not going to be able to go.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucks. But what are you going to do?
That's true. But back to your job.
Mm-hmm.
What makes this place better than your last if you're going through the same situation?
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh.
I'm thinking about bouncing too.
Really?
Not only that, the GM doesn't know how to talk to people. And I don't know if you know this, but my biggest pet peeve is when you talk to me like I'm an idiot. And that's the only way that she knows how to talk to people. Is like they're stupid. So when every conversation I'm having is someone talking down to me, I can't do it.
Have you said anything to her about the way she talks to you, or do you respond in a way to make her be like, "Hey, wait"?
Yeah, I respond in a way, and she knows because she does it to everybody else.
Really?
Yeah.
You respond in a way that you're fighting fire with fire?
Yeah.
You're giving her what she's giving you?
Mm-hmm. Especially when she tries to catch me on shit. That's my fucking favorite. Try to catch me on shit. I got all my fucking bases covered. Try me. So, it's like how I have to talk to my mom. I have to take all the wind out of my mother's sails to have a decent conversation with her. I have to do the same shit.
It sounds like you may have an issue with women in power. Just kidding.
Yeah. I would back that off.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Especially if you're responding to her like that and she still doesn't seem to to get it or to want to change, that's tough.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is the case,
Oh, this is gonna be fucking fun to respond to.
but you know how they say sometimes if you seem to be having the same problem.
Oh, you
at
think
these
it's me?
different let's just throw it out. Let's just conversate about that.
He's saying it's like Milo. You're the common denominator.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell me what I could be doing wrong then, Tony. Go
I
ahead.
have no idea. I don't know.
So then why bring that up?
It could be that attitude right there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that. I just specifically said you give her back what she's giving you. Two wrongs don't make a right. You know, maybe you should
That's
come back.
one small part of the issue.
Well, that's the only issue I know, though. And I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying, you know, I just think it's another angle we could take. Don't look at me like that.
Okay.
I know your photo's probably up there on the employee of the month.
My picture's up there.
As employee of the month, really?
Not employee of the month, but his new shift supervisor.
Really?
Really?
Nice.
Oh, I gotta go and check that out.
2 months in a row.
Why? Because you didn't know his guy?
Huh?
You said it's because it's your new position. Yeah. So why would it be up there 2 months in a row?
I don't give a fuck why it's up there 2 in a row, but I'm the first one that's up there. Yeah, fuck you, Tony.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm going to play off of what Tony said.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. This is going well.
Do you feel like... I don't know how you are at work. So, like, are you like smart-assy like you are with us, or just very with everybody like you are here sometimes?
For the most part, I'm pretty straightforward professional with everybody.
Until they start working.
Until you fuck with me.
But you see, her intention might not be to fuck with you, your boss.
I've heard stories. That's her intention.
Oh, really?
Have you ever just had a conversation with her about the way she talks to you, as opposed to throwing it back at her, see if she gets it?
No, but I'm thinking that's what's going to have to happen. I may not be the first person to have that conversation. And if I'm not, then there's no point in having that conversation, because she's already heard it from somebody else and decided not to change anything about it.
That's not true. I think it especially if she's heard it from someone else. But,
well, if she heard it from one other person,
right,
it might not make a difference. Oh no, it probably would. But if she heard it from a bunch of people and she's still doing the same thing, then no, it's not going to make a difference.
But again, it could be her relationship with you and how she views you as an employee. Like if she what's the word I'm looking for? Like if she views you as an important ally in that job, then she would heed what you're saying as opposed to maybe someone else.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm.
But he's not number 2 in the store, are you?
No.
So that would be something she would take from the number 2 person. Heed their advice.
Right.
Not from,
Well, but that's not true. Like, there still may be... She may... I can't think of the fucking word I'm trying to say, but... She may like your perspective or the way you work enough for that to... Oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't talk to... Maybe I should be more careful about the way I'm talking to them. The other way you could do it is call HR and say, hey, listen, man, this fucking lady's talking to me like this, because they can't do that shit. HR will come and talk to her. But then you got to be ready for the repercussions. Like, they're not supposed to retaliate, but...
Yeah, they will.
But people don't know how not to do that, you know what I mean?
So, go ahead.
I mean, because the chances are, honestly, you're going to run into that at every job you go to.
And that's the reason why it's called a job. It's supposed to suck. You're not supposed to. What do you mean no? It's work, kid. You like your job, Mingo?
Come on, man. Really? You gonna make me say it out loud? Fuck no.
See, it's supposed to suck.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not, dude.
Come on, dude.
Just because you hate your fucking job.
There's a reason. I don't hate it, but there's a reason why it's called work. It ain't supposed to be fun.
Well, sure it is. That's the whole point.
No, fun is a career.
No. The whole
Fun is a career. A job is work.
a job is a means to an ends to a means to an end, right? You got to pay bills, you got to live, you got to sustain life.
Yeah,
That's your job.
and while you're doing it, you say this job sucks.
And then you learn and take everything you can from that job, and you go get the one you really want. So, what do you want to do? What do you want to do for the rest of your life?
Fucking actor, voice act.
What?
What?
When did that come about? Thought you wanted to be a teacher.
Kind of new. Yeah. That was plan A. But I'm on plan K. Yes. I don't know how far in the alphabet I am, but...
I like the new haircut, kid.
Or a lack thereof.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking good on you.
Thanks.
Looks like you're growing up.
It's weird to see you with hair.
That's what everybody else has fucking said.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. It's very strange.
Those words, exactly. It's weird to see you with hair.
How's it feel having to comb it every day?
I don't like it. I don't like that it touches my ears.
That's why you gotta go get a haircut. I tried to get you to go the other day.
He don't need a haircut.
If I go to get a haircut, I'm buzzing it.
He don't need a haircut. You need a
What the
haircut.
fuck are you talking about?
But this kid
He
don't
just
need a
got
haircut.
one.
No, he
He need-
didn't.
He got
Yeah.
one 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yeah, why do you think it's so close to the size of my head?
So
it was long.
What about
dude.
the back?
It was long.
What about the back?
Hell yeah, do that.
No, man.
I got me a man bun going on right now.
No,
Yeah.
he's doing that so when he goes for his native ID card, the picture
4
looks
years.
legit.
I gotta go back to Oklahoma in 5 years on my 55th birthday, and I want to be able to sport braids when I go.
How many years?
4 years.
I thought you said 5.
Yeah, I'm still trying to be 50.
I heard that.
Huh.
So I'm gonna go with fucking braids and
Well, I got good news in regards to a job.
yeah.
Yeah. This could be you too, Sebas.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. I wanna
My
hear more
daughter
about how
got a
it's my fault.
promotion and a raise on her annual review.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, kid.
Nice.
Dog. And the day she had a review. The day before, we were talking to her because she's like really nervous about it.
Right.
And throughout the conversation, she kept talking about wanting to be promoted. Almost expecting to be promoted.
Right.
So we were trying to tell her, look, it's an annual review. I mean, a raise is probably more of the outcome. Because obviously with inflation, you're doing your job, they want to keep you, blase, blase.
Right.
But a promotion is not necessarily something that happens on an annual basis. It's A, when a position opens up. B, when a promotion comes up is because a opening is there.
Right.
But she was like, no, I need this promotion. We were like, okay, we're just letting you know, be ready just in case it doesn't happen.
Right. Right.
I'd be more upset if I didn't get a raise. But that's just me.
Yeah, those two things kind of go hand in hand, though. Promotion and a raise.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
When I worked at Alamo, that wasn't the case. It was an annual review that came with a raise.
Well, but what you're comparing, you're not comparing apples to apples, apples and oranges. Like, there's probably a lot of upward mobility at her job as opposed to at Alamo, other than becoming the store manager.
Right. Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's probably got more mobility to move up because she went in as a paralegal, right? Kind of.
Honestly, I don't know what her original job title was. Maybe analyst because she's a senior analyst now.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she called the afternoon on cloud 9, kid.
She said, "Don't ever tell me I can't get no promotion after a year again, pops." Shoot. You don't know about this education?
Yeah.
Shoot.
You know what? And that is a very good point. I'm thinking of it as from a perspective of somebody that graduated high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole different world when you go to college. I mean,
Yeah.
my son's crushing it out there.
Yep.
He told us, he's shadowing some people at his job.
Okay.
And he had to move, like, transfer from one place to another. In one transaction, $140 million.
Wow.
And he said he was so nervous doing it.
I bet.
Dude.
That's one of those, that's one of those jobs where you need to focus.
And he says that while he's shadowing, that they don't want to make clients like repeat themselves in regards to whatever it is that they're saying. Like, not only would it be like an inconvenience, I guess,
Right.
but it's just like, no, we got it handled. You just got to tell us once. We'll take care of the rest. And like I guess he's like, are they sure? Can we ask him again? Type deal.
Well, yeah, shit. How many times has he seen you move $140 million?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit.
I got
this.
this $14 I can transfer from my wallet to yours.
Be like, fuck, I lost $50 at the gas station. And I'm fucking worried. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, that's got to be heart stopping moving that kind of money. I remember, what was I, 16, 17 working at the bank? Still, I was doing part-time, and he had me there as a teller. And this guy came in, and I had to write a check for him, a cashier's check. It was like $145,614.32, if I remember correctly. The dude, I had to write him a check because he was going to pick up his fucking Ferrari at the port the next day, and he had to pay for it when he picked it up.
Oh, wow.
So I wrote him. He said, I'll drop by tomorrow when I swing back by. Like, yeah, okay. Well, thought he was bullshitting. The motherfucker drove right up, honked outside, and he was messing around with one of the tellers. Go ahead, go. So I went outside. That motherfucker took me for a ride around the block. I was like, oh, shit. I'll never have one of these fucking things, but this is dope. But yeah, dude, even doing that's a lot of fucking money, dude.
A lot of money. I mean, when you're putting the zeros in with your keyboard, you got to stop at one point and say, okay, how many zeros is it?
Yeah, right? Holy shit. Zeros we'll never know, Tony. Zeros will never, or maybe that might be the only thing we know is just the zeros. Fuck, that's crazy. So he's shadowing people that are working with big clients, and that makes sense, dude. Like, if I had that kind of money and I was like, hey, I need to move, 1.4, we're gonna move it over here to this account on the Caymans, whatever, whatnot. Like, these people are busy. That's how they made that 1.4. They don't wanna, you better get it right the first time. I don't have time to repeat myself.
Yes.
And if I have to with you, I'll find somebody else that I don't have to repeat myself with, right? How crazy is that?
And it's one of those things that I could only assume that there's a certain arrogance to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah, move this amount. Are you, that person doesn't want to hear, are you sure?
Right.
That person doesn't want to say, can you repeat? It's like, I'm handling my business. I don't need you to be questioning me. I don't need you.
Right. You don't think I thought about all this shit before I called you?
Exactly, yeah.
Just do it. Yeah, that's crazy. So this weekend, right? It's Halloween for the most part.
Yes.
You going to Rob's?
Yes.
What are you going to go dressed as?
I can't give that out.
Come on. I'll bleep it out.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive.
Positive.
Okay. I'm going as a hero, and my daughter and my wife.
From the
yeah.
Okay.
And my daughter and my wife are going as the serial in the series.
Oh, right on. I like it.
And I'm thinking about bringing like a little mash and playing the thing on me as we walk in.
Nice.
You know the house me how it goes.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
I would much rather have the slow down, but you know what
that's true too.
I mean?
Didn't think about that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Walking
Yeah.
and doing that shit. Right on.
And that was just like as a whim. That we didn't even know, and for whatever reason, I was like, "Well, I got the 7 right there," and we didn't know my daughter was coming. It was just her and I.
Oh, okay.
But we are also going to a wedding on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Listener Raymond's sister Monica is getting married.
Oh, nice.
So my daughter's coming. She was originally coming for that, so she'll probably join us. I'm not 100% sure if she's going to the party yet,
Okay.
but that's the plan.
Are you working Saturday or are you going to go?
I have no idea.
You don't know if you're going to quit or you don't know if you're
I don't know if I'm there's no schedule for it yet.
Oh, wow.
When the schedules come out?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Whenever she feels like it.
Really?
Yep.
You don't have set days off though?
Nope.
They're ready, set, go. That's about it.
Wow. What are you going as?
I'm going to go as Vincent Vega.
Ah, yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got it. So we're good. I'm going to do that. That's been kind of my, a Royale with cheese, dog. I even bought a bolo tie so I could, you know what I mean? Complete the ensemble.
Okay.
Be good.
But do people know who Vincent Vega is?
See, here's the sad part: is he said that, and I knew who it was. So
Okay.
hold on. So I did the meme, right, where he's in the house that Uma Thurman took him to.
Okay.
He does the confused thing, right, where he looks around,
Right.
and he fucking looked at me with a blank stare, like, "What was that?"
Yeah, I
That's
probably wouldn't.
It's the biggest meme that came out of that movie.
To me, but that's like the most obscure.
But
You act like you don't know who I am.
here's the question. Had you just worn the outfit without telling them who you were, would you have guessed it?
Yeah,
Really?
I love that movie.
Yeah, because I would have fucking danced and shit.
Oh.
Too fucking funny. It'd been better if I had. Maybe I can get Ivan to go as Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
for
man.
fuck's sakes.
That would be funny. Dude.
That'd be dope, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
That
call
would
him.
be funny.
I'm gonna have to call him tomorrow.
Yeah, you should.
She's like, hey, why you say it like that?
Well, because, he's booed up, so he probably,
Him and his wife ain't wearing no matching shit to. You know what I'm saying? That'd be fucking funny though. Huh. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Dude, I saw one costume. This dude, they're killing it, dude. It's a zombie costume. So, and the zombie has his legs wrapped around like your waist, right? And it has an arm like this, like it would be my arm, and it's held close to my chest, like you're pushing the zombie off, right?
Okay.
But your real hand is up the backside of the zombie, controlling his face and his body.
Oh, wow.
And he's like trying to eat you, and you're like trying to push him off, and he's turning around and snapping at people and shit. I was like, that's a hard fucking costume. That shit was dope, but it's too late to try to find that shit. So I'm just gonna go with a cheap way out.
The funniest costume I ever seen was a dude wearing regular clothes, and he had a frying pan on his belt, a small one,
Yeah.
and a rubber penis.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. I thought that was smooth.
You did that
It was the dumbest looking thing, but I was like, you got to give it to him.
right. All right. That was definitely a dad joke costume right there. Shit.
We were in our 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it is what it is. What are you gonna go as if you go? You know?
I don't have shit. I got nothing.
I said we go get you a blue shirt, a blue button-up shirt. I think isn't that what he wears? And green pants, a white shirt and green pants.
Who?
It was Peter Griffin.
Fuck off.
Just talking shit all night.
Peter Griffin.
Family Guy.
The dad from Family Guy.
The cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You don't watch that cartoon?
No.
You been watching The Walking Dead?
No.
I know we haven't talked about it, but it's been back. There's like
You
four,
know,
four or five
I
episodes.
saw it on my DVR list too.
I didn't see last night, so don't say anything.
You know what you should go as?
What?
Dude, get him some curlers. He could be Big Worm.
It's
Yeah,
princi-
I'm getting it chopped off afterwards.
It's
Tomorrow.
principalities involved. Don't fuck with my money, Smokey.
And you can call Rob Smokey.
What was the essay in the no, the little one that lived next door on Friday After Next. Where
I
was the
remember
three?
what you
Where
said.
was
Yeah,
the
the
three
three.
brothers? Right, the three Chicano
Uh-huh.
brothers that lived right there. Oh fuck!
Big Worm, kid. Come on. That's you.
Big worm.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Oh, shit. I probably should have saved it.
What?
Somebody's got a birthday coming up. Anything special going to happen?
I don't know. I'm making plans with friends at the moment.
Oh, yeah? To do
I
what?
don't know if it's going to be out here or over there, but they're talking about fucking taking me clubbing.
Word up.
That's why you're letting your hair grow out.
No, it's not.
No?
No, it's not. It's just coincidental.
What made you decide to do it? Just?
Just being lazy.
What,
And then
growing your hair out?
started working. Yeah.
Come on, kid. It looks good.
Okay.
I-
Thank you.
It's about time you lost the Aryan Nation cut.
Fucked up, dude. The nation and his boots. Fuck. Yeah, it was never that tight. Don't worry about it. You're all right. Your hair was never that short. It wasn't all the way to the
Yeah,
skin.
he seems to think so.
It's Tony.
So, as far as clubbing, would it be the weekend after or this weekend?
No, it would be. I took those days off.
Your actual birthday?
Yeah.
So the 29th is Saturday. Did you take that day too or no?
No.
Why would he take... It's not his birthday?
Well, no, but it's a Saturday night. The 29th, 30, 31 is Monday. That's a, you know what though? That's kind of good though. Because if you go out on Halloween night, most girls are going to be like slutty zombie, slutty nurse, slutty doctor, slutty cop. They're all whores.
See, but clubs aren't the same way that it used to be.
Yeah, now you got to ask permission to gawk. Or, talk.
Yeah.
You can't just walk up and start chatting the chick up because then, my God, he's assaulting me. Does your work have any of that kind of training, Tony?
My work?
Yeah.
No.
No. No sexual harassment either, right? No kind of training. So it's just you and one other guy, right?
I got two guys.
Oh, you got two guys.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever had any kind of issues with people that worked for you? Like,
One time I had a guy that when he started working for me,
do we know this guy?
no.
Oh.
He had to use a restroom.
Okay.
And it was a vacant home. Like, it was a second home. Nobody
Okay.
lived there. And he thought he could use the bathroom in the house.
How did he get it in the house?
Well, he couldn't get into the house because the alarm went off when he tried to open the door.
Oh, wow.
And I was dumbfounded. I didn't get it. And if I remember right, I have a few homes that there are bathrooms, like they have outside bathrooms, believe it or not.
Right.
I mean, they're like nice houses.
Right.
That we use the bathroom because there's nobody there. And we make sure to clean up any of any mess we make, so it looks like
Any debris.
so it looks like we were never there.
Right.
And that's kind of like an unwritten rule. You know, the manager or whatever. Hey, I understand, but you can't. Don't overstep your privileges. It's, this is a courtesy for us to do this.
Right.
But if you're going to be blowing it up and leaving it that way, we're going to have to lock it up.
Right.
So I think this person thought, because they seen these other houses with that, for whatever reason, just thought we could use,
cool.
yeah. And it was like, what are you thinking?
Wow. So did you let him go, or did you just say, hey, bro, you can't
No,
do it?
it was an honest mistake. It wasn't that big of a deal. Well, it was, but nothing happened except for the alarm going off. So he just left.
So, I'm going to go down to McDonald's. Fuck this. Holy shit. Let me ask you a question. Something that kind of hit me the other day. Anybody in your family deaf?
No.
Nobody on your mom's side of the family, right? I mean, we could say what we
No.
want. They're not going to hear it anyways, but I'm just...
No.
Okay. Because here's why I ask. Because when you were growing up, when you were a baby, did your parents speak Spanish to you or in English?
English.
English. So you learned to think in English.
Well, for the most part, English, yes. Well, actually, let me backtrack. It was bilingual.
Okay.
Then we moved to California.
And it was English.
And it was English. Yes. Okay.
So, for the most part, your thought process, your inside voice was in English.
Yeah.
Okay. Sebastian, yours clearly English, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think before I went to school, it was Spanish, and then, like you, once that started, it was all English after that, right? And I asked this because, let's say if you're deaf, you can't hear anything. What's your inside voice? How do you talk to yourself? In your head. If you don't know what words are, you can't hear them, so you don't know what they are. And then they say, oh, well, we got to teach this kid how to talk, so we're going to teach him sign language. And sign language, well, that's an international language. Right? So if your kid is deaf and they learn sign language, which is an international language, but you're Spanish, how do you translate the words?
Well, you just say it's
You don't
international
translate
language.
the words.
Yeah, a dog is still a dog.
Well, right, but you can't say dog to a deaf person. You got to be able to learn how to say it. So if you speak Spanish, it's not a dog, it's a perro. So how do you...
But in sign language, it's a dog.
Okay, but if you don't know how to make the sign for dog and you want to spell it, P-E-R-O,
Yeah.
how's that person gonna, like, you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think you understand what
What I'm
we're
saying
saying is,
like, let's say you had a kid that you only spoke Spanish at home, right?
Okay.
They went off to international sign language school and learned their language, right?
right?
I wish you could fucking see the hand movements he's making.
So then they come back to your house and they're like, "Hey, thank you, Dad. I'm hungry, like blah blah," and you're like, "Pues qué quieres comer?" What?
So, deaf people are notoriously good at reading lips.
Okay.
So, if yes, you teach this person sign language, but if they can read lips, then you can say what, "Tienes hambre," right?
Right.
That's hungry, and they would understand.
But my question is, if they can't hear you, how do you teach them language? How do they learn language?
Well, that's a whole different question than dog in sign language in Spanish is different from dog in sign language in English, which was your original question.
Well, right, because you spell it different, right? Like
No, it's the same in sign language. Let's say if this was dog, this is
I
Spanish for
hope
dog,
that's not dog. That's a shit sign.
yeah,
and this
that's
is English for
alligator.
dog.
Right.
So it's the same.
Well, but what? Let's say you're talking and you're trying to sign something to them because there is no sign, so you're spelling it. Things are spelled different in Spanish, and if you speak Spanish, and I have to spell shit to you, where do I put the accents? How are the accents done in sign language? Do you do them? You understand what I'm saying?
If it's an international language, then no, you don't do them.
So, but it... Okay, so it's an international language. So, but if you're Spanish or you're Mexican or French or whatever, and you use...
See, no, but here's the thing. Sign language is not letters.
Sure it is.
No, it's not. It's an actual thing. A dog is a thing. They don't say D-O-G. They do this for dog.
But there are words that they spell. There's sometimes that it's easier to spell than it is to make the...
I don't know. Because
No,
whenever...
there are. Or like if you do it with names, like they don't have set signs for names, so you just spell it out.
Okay.
But my original question is, what language do they think in?
If they were deaf from birth, there is no language that they think in.
So they have no thoughts?
It's not that they don't have thoughts, they just can't, they don't have an inner voice.
Well, how can they not have an inner voice if what tells them to pick up this fork? I need to pick up this fork in order to eat this food.
Is that how you do it?
I imagine I would at what I did in the beginning.
Well, I mean, he's just saying, like...
I know what he's saying.
Right.
But that inner voice isn't prominent for you. So I don't imagine that inner voice would be prominent for most other people at that point either.
So, like, let's say you're sitting at your desk, right? And you're like, you reach for your keys, and in your head you say, fuck, I gotta go, I gotta go, and I gotta go put gas. And you're talking to yourself in your head. If you're deaf, and you're leaving that morning, and you grab your keys, and you remembered that you don't have any gas, what language in your head are you telling yourself?
It's
There is no language.
it's mental pictures. They picture that
It's like in a silent film,
they picture that
but without the music.
the needle is on E, so they know they have to put gas in it.
Yeah, it's like a kid's cartoon or a silent movie, right?
So
They
they're
show
saying,
a flat-
"Fuck, I gotta fucking
they
get
show-
gas."
And there it is. How long have you been waiting to do that? Ever since I mimicked it at the beginning?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably before that, like
just
when I
didn't
started.
make the noise, yeah.
I was just waiting for it. Fuck, gotta get gas. Fucking $7 a gallon. I wonder if they like. Like, do you ever have thoughts like that? Like, do you ever stop and think about shit like that?
No,
Like,
because I start crying.
are you serious?
Dude, I got choked up today from an email. And you want to know what the email was for? What the email is? Who it was from?
Who?
HBO.
I
How
thought,
the
it,
fuck did an
I
email?
thought it was going to be Prince Albanian from Nigeria.
HBO.
What the fuck did HBO say to you to make you cry?
Streaming guide. All new movies that they're offering this week. You want to know what one of the movies was? That made me sad? Slumdog Millionaire. You ever see it?
Yeah, but I don't ever remember it being that sad.
When they had those kids from the streets begging for money,
Yeah?
and they would like burn out their eyes, so they'd be like, if I remember right, there was a kid that could sing really well. So the guy who
Organizes.
organized these kids burned out his eyes, so he'd be a blind kid in the streets
Singing.
for money. Dude, I remember that part, and I was like, because dog, I almost cried during that movie.
Wow.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Fucking laughing.
I immediately thought, have you seen the movie American Sniper?
Yeah, right? Holy shit.
What happened in American Sniper?
Where the little kid picks up the
RPG.
His mom is walking with him, and she hands him the RPG, right? And he goes running towards the Americans, and the sniper's trained on him. He's like, "Fucking just drop it, just drop it."
I kind of remember that.
And then a mist, the red mist. Yeah, that movie didn't.
Dude, that movie's jacked up.
There was something I was watching the other day that kind of was like, that was fucking me up, and I can't remember what it was.
I saw Halloween Ends on Friday.
Yeah, how was that?
Horrible.
That's what I heard from everybody else. That's
Oh my God, dude, do not waste your time.
That bad, huh?
Dude, oh my God.
Worse than Rob Zombies?
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah,
bro.
I heard it made Rob Zombies look like a masterpiece.
Dude, oh man, it was so bad.
I gotta tell you, I was super excited when I heard that they were doing a remake of The Munsters.
Okay.
Because, that was our show. I don't know if you watched it growing
Yeah.
up, but you know what I mean? Like, that was the show, right? The goofy grandpa with the slick hair. Like, he was cool, right? Eddie with the little fucking V down his forehead. Lily was hot. And Munster was just a goofy fuck, right? It was a good show, right? And Rob Zombie did the remake of it for Netflix. And I thought, fuck, Rob Zombie, that's gonna be really good.
He should stick to music.
Fucking 20 minutes in, bro.
It already out? I didn't even know it was already out.
Yeah, I was fucking so disappointedly, like, fucking done. Like, just stupid, bro. Like, they never should have done it in Technicolor.
Yeah.
They should have stuck with the black and white. Like, and the problem is that it's kind of like, there was another movie lately that was redone that you can't fuck with the characters, man. Like, Herman Munster's a fucking icon. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to do it, that's not one of those movies where you could try to make him your own. You're going to have to be Herman fucking Munster. You know what I mean? At least that was my take. Maybe that was my wishful thinking before watching it. And when the guy came out, just totally, like, shit done with it.
Was it a movie or is it a series?
It's a movie. And it was about, like, when the Lily and Herman first met. When they were first dating or whatever. It's just a terrible fucking movie, dude. Just terrible. The acting was off. The father was not very good. Lily was okay, but she wasn't. She tried to be funnier than straight. Like, because Lily was she was very good at being the straight person and then just throwing in a little zinger and back to being straight. She was really, really good at that. This girl wasn't. And it being Rob Zombie, I was like totally fucking disappointed with it.
I saw Stillwater over the weekend.
Stillwater.
Matt Damon.
And that the dad that went to go see his kids or some shit, right?
His daughter was in jail in France. I don't know. I think it was based on a true story.
You know, based on the girl that killed her roommate, right?
Is that what it is? Because that's the girl who killed her roommate. This is not that.
No, okay.
But I mean, it could be loosely based on that. If you know what I'm saying.
Kind of.
But this wasn't that.
Okay.
Story, like verbatim.
Okay.
It was actually pretty good. It was too long though.
Really?
It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, these guys are fucking losing me with these fucking long ass movies, dude.
Way too. They could have cut out so much, but I think they wanted to get you invested in the relationships that were being formed
Right.
to where, because it had a twist at the end, kind of like that one movie that I really liked with the twist at the end with the daughter.
Oh, yeah.
So it had like a twist
Gone
kind
Girl, right?
of. No, I think it
Or
was.
the RV family.
No, it was the one with the daughter was supposed to be somewhere and she wasn't. She was somewhere else doing something.
Yeah,
right?
it made it seem like the daughter killed her friend, but the friend was actually at her boyfriend's house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucked up movie.
So it's there's a twist kind of like that at the end. That's why I don't know if it's a true story or not.
Okay.
But it was just way too long. But it was actually pretty good.
But too long. I can't get into these goddamn long movies.
It was way too long.
Are you interested in seeing what's it called? The Rock's new movie?
Black Adam?
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
They put Amanda Waller back in it, so
They're saying that it was just another shit DC movie though. But it was his biggest opening weekend, $67.5 million or something like that. It's good money
Very good.
in a
buddy.
weekend. Shit.
they just dropped a trailer for the new Ant-Man movie.
Uh-huh. How's
Looks
that look?
pretty good.
Yeah, it was a Quantum
Mania.
Mania.
You remember the Loki show?
Yeah?
Remember the guy at the end? Kang?
Yeah?
That's who that is.
Oh, okay.
For those that didn't put that together.
Right? Have you been watching She-Hulk?
Negative.
Don't.
Yeah, no, I haven't been watching it either. The only reason I would have watched it was for Daredevil.
Yeah. It was,
Daredevil's in it?
Whoops. Yeah.
You see, last time you said there was some other good things that happened in it too.
That's what I was thinking. And then I heard that what was going to happen was shit. So I just want Daredevil season 4 to come out. So that way when they do that, they can do Punisher again. Because that dude is a great Punisher.
Did they bring him back for it? Have they talked about?
They said that they were working on season 3. I think somewhere. We'll see.
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember, but since we're on the subject of superheroes, I think they're going to make another Teen Titans for HBO Max.
Think so?
Teen Titans was off the
show?
hook. Yeah.
That show was good.
That show was very good.
I haven't gone back to look at it. They need to make another fucking Peacemaker.
Yeah, that's... Yes, they do.
That shit was hilarious. There was something else. Have you ever watched a show called Blacklist
Yeah.
with Kevin Spader?
Yeah.
James Spader.
James Spader. It's a great fucking show, dude. I slept on it.
I watched... I was really into it the first season, but then it kind of... I couldn't do no more after that.
They kind of start to get repetitive after a while.
Yeah, it just wasn't...
Yeah. But they're like on fucking season 9 or some shit right now.
It's still on TV?
It's still on TV. They're just
No, it's
wrapping up.
not.
Yeah,
it's
they're
got to
just
be
wrapping it
streaming
up.
on something.
What?
It's got to be streaming on something.
What it is? It's all season 9 actually just came out on Netflix. They're filming or finishing up season 10. And
Damn.
Yeah, and they're talking about all the people that have left and have come back on the show, or that are still there from the beginning. There's only like 2 fucking people from the first show that are still there. But it's a fucking excellent show, dude. Like, if you haven't watched it, take the time to go ahead and sit and watch that show.
No, it's whack.
You're fucking tripping.
It's whack.
It's a good fucking show. Did you watch The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix?
No.
It's a
Was
really
I
good show
supposed to?
too.
I got so many shows to watch. I'm so behind.
Now, you've watched all but yesterday's
Yeah.
Walking Dead?
Is it any good?
Yes.
That
First
means no.
episode was good.
That means no.
No,
First episode was good.
Yeah, I had to sit back and think. It's good, and it's ramping up a lot different than others when they're in other situations. Like when they're with the governor, it was like bam, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking tank in front of the fucking
And that
jail.
took 2 seasons.
Yeah, and this
Season and a
one,
half.
it's ramping up really well, really fast, and they're at a part, and I won't say it because you missed last night, but
It's going to be nuclear soon.
what happened last night is going to complete what needed to happen for shit to go haywire. It's going to fucking...
Tell me this. Have they done anything with the CRM yet in the show?
No.
Okay.
What's the CRM?
You'll find out.
Can't remember much. Something like that.
You remember
anyway.
who I'm talking about, though, right?
The CRM?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys from the other location where,
Okay.
what's his name's at? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you won't. Then I'm going to waste my breath explaining it to you. You're never going to care.
No, I watch it since the last season.
Well, no, there's one more. I mean, it's...
Wait a minute. No, this was supposed to be second half of the last season, wasn't it, or something
Right,
like that?
but then they stop, and then they come back in February for the full...
This is it.
This is it?
This is it.
How many more episodes are there?
Not many.
Huh. Oh, well, shit. Maybe you only got a couple more episodes to go. Think you should just jump in both feet.
They have to end it for Daryl to go to France,
France?
for Negan to go to New York, for
Why is
the
Daryl-
Rick and Michonne show.
Why is Daryl going to France?
We don't know yet. We're not there in the show.
How can he even get to France?
Transportation.
Le boat.
No.
Yeah.
Whack. Whack.
Not whack. You're just boring.
Hella whack.
They need to make a zombie movie where just the animals are zombies.
That would be a shit movie. That'd be a shit movie.
Why?
That'd be like the Predator movie. The native Predator movie.
Could you imagine
With
if,
less talking.
Could you imagine if fucking gorillas were zombies? The motherfuckers would be vicious as fuck. No?
No.
Am I alone on this one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just get zookeepers and put real bullets in their guns instead of darts.
All right.
I've been sitting on this story for a minute.
Okay.
In Ohio, a girl who was at 15 at the time, she stabbed her rapist to death.
Okay.
Okay? She got put in jail for it. They had to prove that, it was warranted and all that kind of stuff.
Like self-defense.
Yes.
Okay.
It took 2 years.
Get the fuck out.
17.
So she's 17 now. Okay? They found her not guilty of whatever it is, murder.
Manslaughter, yeah, whatever.
So it was self-defense. So she's getting out of jail. However, in Ohio, there's a law that if you cause somebody's death, you have to pay restitution to the victim's family. So she goes out of jail with $150,000 bill to the rapist's family.
Fuck that.
She's got to pay restitution to his family because she took his life.
Wow.
Now, on the bright side, a GoFundMe was made for her, and she raised those funds in like 24 hours.
Good for her.
Yeah. But can you believe that?
Yeah, that sounds about right for Ohio.
Why you say that?
That just sounds about right for Ohio.
Yeah. The question is, would that person's family take the money?
Oh, come on.
Like
Dude,
what kind of
of course they did.
Yeah.
what kind of people do you have to be to take that money?
That's a
Related
lot
to
of
a
money. That's
rapist.
a lot of money.
Yeah, but your son or your child died because he was raping this young lady.
And they proved it.
And you still feel like she owes me. She killed my kid. Well, she didn't really kill him, but she was defending herself. That's fucked up.
It is. That's real bad, kid.
I'd put me back in fucking jail. I ain't paying shit. Now, can she sue the state of Ohio because they kept her in jail for 24 months?
I wonder who or what agency is the one that set the fine, that set the bill. How do you have to feel as the person, like, hey, she just got out of jail. They proved that she was defending herself because the dude was raping her. By the way, here, have this.
True.
You got to pay the fat. Like, how do you feel as there's got to be something put in that, a clause or a stipulation. If murderer was rapist and verdict comes out as self-defense.
But you could say the same thing about if it was a car accident. I caused the accident. It wasn't on purpose in any way, but the accident was my fault. Black ice, if you will.
Well, then at that point, that's a true accident. But had you been drunk and you hit black ice, that's different.
But if I was sober and hit black ice and killed you, I still would have to pay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's fair. Because you can't control what's on the road. And yes, you hit black ice, but it's called an accident. Because it was out of your control. Now, had you been drunk, that would have been a contributing factor.
Okay, but
You gotta stop cutting him off. You are so gung-ho about don't cut me off. I'm talking, bitch. You gotta quit doing that.
But okay, that was an accident. That was a true accident. The black ice.
Right.
This was no accident. She did that on purpose.
Cause he what? What did he do to her?
He raped her.
Okay,
Right.
Thank you.
But maybe she didn't have to take his life to do it, to stop him.
He didn't have to rape her.
That is true.
Have you ever been
Raped?
No.
taken against your will? Have you ever had that kind of fear?
No.
Yeah, so maybe killing him was the
But now here's a twist that I'm just making up. Maybe it wasn't necessarily in the act. Maybe it was after the fact.
I thought you said in the ass. Sorry.
What if it wasn't in the act? Maybe that's why they got her. I don't know.
That shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I didn't go into detail in reading the story, but why should it not matter? At that point in time, it wasn't being done to her.
Well, then why should they still be able to collect the money? Because that's 2 years later. You've been dead for 2 years. Why collect the money now? That's that same ideology.
No, because she had to go through her court hearings and so forth before the next step could be taken. Which is
if
the
it had
bill.
already happened, she had to wait till it was done before she could kill him. It's the same thing.
No, because she was in jail. She didn't have no income to be able to pay the bill. To pay the fine.
So you're saying, could you imagine? You just got arrested because you killed the dude that raped you, right?
Right.
All right, mail time. Here, you got to sign here for this letter. What? They're suing me for? I got to pay $150,000 to his family? Like, what kind of bullshit is that?
And nobody's suing anybody. It's just the law. So it's not like, the family is necessarily asking for it, but they're not going to say no either.
But they could have. Hey, look, you know what? Son caused you a lot of issues. Clearly a bad person. He raped you. We don't want the money.
Yeah.
Build it up. Hand it over. Say that you gave it to us. We'll give it right back.
Well, see, why are you making the family be a bad person here?
Because they're related to the bad person.
I think it's more the law
Somebody
itself.
raised the rapist.
Yeah. Had they been better parents, wouldn't have been out raping young girls.
Any girls.
Any girl.
You can't blame the parents.
Bullshit, you can't.
How can you not?
Because some people are just different. They're just built different.
And
Then they should have seen it earlier on and put the kid down.
they should have done something. Put him into counseling.
Maybe they did. You're saying it as a fact that they didn't.
You're saying it as a fact that maybe they did.
Yeah. Why are you so quick to defend
The rapist.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not defending the rapist.
It
I'm
sounds like
defending
you
the
are.
family. You guys
of
are coming down on.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Great. I understand you're not defending the rapist. You're defending the family.
Of the what?
Rapist.
Thank you.
Why would the family be entitled to...
Because that's the law. They don't make the law. They don't make the rules.
Sure they do.
The family?
Yeah. They have to vote on the laws. They don't just...
Oh, they voted no.
What?
They voted no on that.
Then they shouldn't take the check.
Yeah, they shouldn't accept the money then. Hello.
Or if they do take the money... Well, no, because the girl that he raped has to pay it. So why would... That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense.
God, we are throwing that R word around a lot right now.
She should just go in there and wax everybody else on the family and call it a day then, because I'd put me back in jail. I ain't paying
Put the
shit.
whole lineage down so you don't got to pay a soul.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand how, like, if the girl was smart, right? When she came out and said, hey, well, I'm glad that I was able to get out today and blah, blah, and they found me innocent of murder or whatever, whatnot, that it was done
In self-defense.
However, the great county that we live in and the great state of Ohio is charging me and wants me to pay restitution to the family of $150,000. And I would do this on the steps of the governor's office or the mayor's office, whoever, because that's a law that should be changed, or at least stipulate differences in who should have to pay.
And then that goes back to the fucking car thing that he was talking about. The black ice.
Well,
I
right,
suggested that.
but like he said, it's an accident. He's driving, and there's black ice. Again, the stipulation would be, okay, well, you were driving in black ice. Wasn't your fault. It was an accident. It was a true accident. Now, had it been, hey, you were above the legal limit. You hit black ice. You took out the lady and her 3 kids.
Okay, let's put it this way. Let me put it this way. Let's say dude gets a flat tire on the freeway. So he puts a spare on it. But he don't tighten the lug nuts enough. He's rolling down the freeway. Tire pops off. Accident happens. Kills somebody. It's still an accident. But he's legally at fault because he didn't change the tire properly.
Well, there's a couple of things here. I don't think there's a way to prove that he didn't tighten the lug nuts all the way or not.
That was my thought.
However, it's a 55-mile-an-hour tire. It's a 35-mile-an-hour tire for 50 miles, usually. Okay? So if you're on the freeway, that tire's not to get you all the way home. It's to get you to the next exit so that you could pull off, find a tire shop, and replace it. So that would be different. If he had a blowout while it was on a car and then there was an accident, they could prove that he was going above the speed limit. Okay.
So you agree with the 150 or the paying restitution?
Again, not in your scenario, but in mine, yes, because your scenario, there's no way to prove that he
So in your scenario,
Yes, that's what he said.
you don't have a problem with dude did the right. He just changed his tire, put the little donut on there, drove a little further than he was supposed to.
Not further, faster.
Faster than he was supposed to, as most of us have.
I'm not saying that I don't have a problem with it or that he's exonerated or anything. I'm saying that from what you said, he didn't tighten the bolts enough. How the fuck you going to prove that? There's no way, there's no test that they could run and say, he didn't torque it to 1,500 foot-pounds of pressure.
Because he didn't have a tire iron, he actually used a crescent wrench. Because that's all he had on him.
Then he should be calling AAA.
Then that motherfucker should become a mechanic. Because I'll tell you what, if you think he can get lug nuts off with a crescent wrench, he's a fucking...
the Hulk.
Yeah. That's crazy. I get where you're going with it, but your scenario,
I'm just saying. I'm just
stupid.
trying to put a scenario that it wasn't. It was a true accident. It's not like he intended it to happen, but it was because of his negligence.
Well, the same with the scenario you were running before. The guy leaves his house, hits black ice, wipes out the lady and her 3 kids. He wasn't drinking or anything. He just hit black ice. Slid across the street, jumped over the fucking curb, wiped him out, drove through a fence. He's on somebody's lawn. Right? Now, had that same guy had been drinking before he left the house, hit black ice, popped the curb, mowed the lady and her 3 kids over, and ended up in that same lawn, that's different. That's negligent because he was clearly under the influence. But what you're talking about, the way you first said it, driving down the street, I hit black ice, spun out of control, took her out, landed in somebody's yard. That's an accident. That's what insurance is for. Should he be fined for it? No. Fuck. I'm sorry, the insurance is going to take care of whatever they take care of for people that passed away or that get mowed over, but other than that, the insurance company's already paying for it. Why should he be fined on top of it?
Well, they'll be the ones that have to pay the $150.
And who decided that $150,000 was the magic number?
Oh, that I don't know.
And is it like, why isn't it like life insurance where if it's a kid it's like $50,000, and if it's you it's 50% of what twice what your annual income is?
Don't know.
There's a lot of holes in your story.
I just grabbed the headline.
That's all right. I do that shit too. I look at it and I read it and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
No, but it was actually on TV too. So,
really?
Yeah, it was like a month ago, maybe even a little more.
So you were talking about the lady that got raped and ended up killing the dude, right? And then I don't remember what the hell we were talking about at one point, but women now they're fighting for Roe versus Wade again, abortion and all that shit. Did you watch the Game of Thrones, the new one, the House of Dragons?
Yeah.
Did you see where they had Planeth B2?
Yeah.
He came in
and it was used twice.
Came in with that little jar and said, just in case your discretions come with any kind of... It's like, holy shit, dude. Even back then, there was... Man, fucking world is crazy, brother.
And another episode, they pulled it out again.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen... Before they put the older version of the little blonde girl...
Okay.
I haven't. I watched one after that.
Dude, they time jumped like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. Years, too. Like decades.
Well, that's how they're getting through it then, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is it good, though?
It's not bad.
Yeah. It's not like, ooh, you need to watch that shit. It's more like, you got time and you're bored.
Yeah.
That's kind of what shit is.
It's really toned down, and I, from what I heard, it's done on purpose. Like the killings and...
really, because they sliced the dude's face in half on one episode.
Yeah,
that was pretty metal. It was epic.
But there's no constant killings. There's no constant battles.
It's cool, calm, and calculated killing.
Yeah, and they say they did it on purpose because they're trying not to have it as R-rated, if you will, as the Game of Thrones.
Wow. When you what phone do you have now? Because you upgraded it and you got.
I got the 13 now.
You have the 13 now.
Yes, sir.
And what did you had? You had the 7 or 8 before that.
The 8.
8. And this one you actually bought at the store. You said, right?
Correct.
Okay. So my 11, I had the 11.
You got 11?
I had the 11.
Oh.
The Max Pro. And it started getting glitchy. It was being funny. And so they sent me a thing saying, "Hey, if you turn in your 11, we'll give you $800 for that towards the new one."
The 14?
So the 14 was only like $1,100. So I sent in the old one. I got $800 for that, and I'm only paid $300 for the 14 plus.
Oh, you got a 14 now?
Yeah, I just got it the other day.
Nice. What's the difference?
The camera's fucking phenomenal on this motherfucker, dude.
How many pictures do you take a year?
All day long. And now I take a lot because I have this beautiful camera.
Yeah.
It's inspiring, and
That
it makes me
checks
want
out.
to take a lot.
That checks out.
Yeah. It's very, very, very stimulating and very...
Yeah, keep finding adjectives. This is
Yeah.
fun for me.
Yeah. I'm doing what I can. You know what I mean? So... You said that you're going to go probably towards LA and that you're going to go clubbing.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I said.
So, your friends, this is a friend you've known since middle school?
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah. So, he
Fuck,
knows.
how long have I known him for? 11, 12, 5 years. That's what, 12 years?
So, you've known him for 12 years.
Holy shit.
And he still wants to take you to a nightclub. Like, I say it like,
Why the fuck am I still here?
no, I say
Dealing with you two old pricks.
I say it like that because that's not your bag. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, that's not like when
No, you said it like, and he still wants to be your friend?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
how I fucking took it.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant it like, and he still wants to take you to a nightclub. Like, does he not know who you are? So, what kind of nightclub do you perceive him taking you to?
I fucking lots of unce.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
What's nonsense?
Like
Oh, really?
yeah.
So a lot
A lot of flashing lights, maybe some ecstasy. I don't know.
dude. I would love to
I
be a
clearly have no clue what's going on.
I would
if
love to be
he's
a
wheeze
fly on,
laughing.
I would love to be a fly on the wall if you took ecstasy.
I'd rather kill myself. I just want to drink.
When I think like a heavy metal bar would be more of your speed.
I think so too. But I'm the odd one out in that. Fucking obviously.
But it's your birthday, it's not theirs.
Yeah. But I want them to have fun too.
They'll have
And
fun.
I guess at one point I gotta cut loose, right?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
But it's still your birthday. So let me ask you this. If it was one of their birthdays and they wanted to go to the Oomph Oomph bar.
I'd have no
Club.
choice but to go.
Okay, you see, that's when you go to one of those spots. But it's your birthday. You should go to...
Yeah, you should tell them. Is there any chance that they would take you to one of those, like a spoken word bar? Is that what it's called?
I hope not.
What's spoken word?
Cynthia.
Friday nights, dead cats. Nothing's alive.
Oh,
My sperm is
poetry?
gray. What?
Slam
Poetry
poetry
night?
Yeah, there you go.
What was that? 22 Jump Street. 21.
Yeah, 22, I think. Yeah.
The only reason I even know about heavy metal bars is because when Manuel turned 40, he did a bar crawl.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
And we went to like 7 bars, 7 different places.
Oh shit.
And one of them was like a biker bar, heavy metal type spot. And it was actually pretty cool. A little scary because of all the bikers, but, you know, they didn't mess with us. We didn't mess with them.
Right.
I was gonna say, I think it's more you didn't mess with them, but I'll give you that.
So, do you kind of know like what city or what
Nope.
what part like?
We haven't even planned that far yet. They said that as the idea, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's go."
What if they said North Hollywood is the that's the crazy part, right?
I have no idea.
Trying to think of where. Yeah, you know what? I know like where the House of Blues is at.
Cool.
And then there's a bunch of different
still open?
Huh?
Is that even still open?
Oh yeah, that place is fucking iconic right there, bro.
So
It's right next to that big ass fucking hotel.
the what is it? Whiskey a Go Go? Is that a spot?
I think so, yeah.
The whiskey?
Yeah.
I don't think that's open anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you should have him take you to the Metro. Place probably ain't even fucking around anymore either. You know what? It's been so long since I don't even think I ever really went to LA to go clubbing. That's never been my bag, never been my scene.
You know where you need to go? Downtown Pasadena. There's like a street, if I remember right, Colorado maybe? Does that sound familiar?
That sounds about right.
Bunch of bars. And you'll find a spot.
I was
A
thinking
bunch
you
of
need to go to
different
Huntington Beach and go right down to PCH. That's more like
I've been there. I don't remember a lot about it. But
it's more like ska bands.
Nah, kid. Pasadena. Latino women. That's your speed, kid.
Could be.
maybe we'll see.
Could very well. And then you fuck around and end up talking to somebody. You're going to end up at a quinceañera, dude. A quinceañera or a wedding, one of the two. It's about the same things.
I'd rather a wedding
I remember we went to a spot.
because the age pool at a wedding is probably a lot better than a quinceañera. Fucking thanks.
The ground floor was a club, and the bottom floor was billiards.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
Now, if you go to a place like that, don't spend all night playing billiards. Enjoy the club.
Well, I've never been, and if it's the four of us that go, then at least one of them is. Two of them are experienced in it. So
Experienced and going out.
yeah,
It's just a weird way to say it. So it's
okay.
it's you, Jake, is that right? And who else?
Blake, you haven't met him.
Okay.
He's actually deaf.
Get the fuck out.
Hard of hearing.
You need to bring him on the show.
No.
I have questions.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Will you
Alright.
ask him when you see him?
I can ask him right now. I'll text him.
Hey, my dad wants to know.
That's
what you're-
wrong, kid. You can't do that.
Why?
I'll do it in the group chat for funny.
You can't.
What's the
You
question?
can't
I'm
make-
not even listening to him. What's
You
the question?
can't make fun of somebody for an ailment.
It's a fucking
Dude,
legitimate question.
I make fun of him for being deaf. I make fun of my best friend Jake for being an orphan.
I make fun of his best friend for being an orphan.
I did it when we were out at dinner, meeting his girlfriend for the first time. I made an orphan joke, and she fucking laughed.
I did it. The first time the poor kid came here
Oh, yeah.
to stay the night and have a good... Oh, so you're the kid that... Yeah, it was pretty bad. He laughed uncomfortably. And I kind of laughed, walked away like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but too late. My house, whatever.
What's your question?
What's your inside voice? How do you think?
He speaks. He's hard of hearing.
He's not
all
deaf.
the way deaf.
Would it be fucked up to ask him, hey, does your inside voice have a speech impediment? What? It's a legitimate question. Because that's why often people that,
He's
that have,
dog. He's hard of hearing. He's not deaf.
right,
There's a
but
difference.
But he's real marble mouth. Like,
He could talk. He talks like that.
yeah.
You guys are so wrong.
why?
He does.
I'm not saying he doesn't. It's just
Why is that red? It's a legitimate question. It comes from a place of ignorance because I'm not deaf, nor do I know anybody that is deaf, and that's the only way my question's going to get answered.
But listen to and not only that, listen to your question. What's your inner voice sound like?
So this is how I'm wording it in the group chat. So Blake, my dad wants to know, how does your inside... let me start that over. So Blake, my dad wants to know, does your inside voice have the speech thing?
He's gonna, your dad's a dick.
He's gonna laugh. No, this dude's just as bad as we are.
Really?
He's gonna laugh at it and fucking answer.
That is what do you mean?
Yeah.
I speak just fine.
What speech thing?
He'd be like, "You guys are the ones that talk funny."
Oh shit!
Oh, holy fuck!
Hopefully we get an answer before we finish recording.
Now,
And I hope it's in a random spot, like we're in the middle of a different conversation.
Right?
well, we are going to change the subject real fast because I have a question.
Okay.
You guys are into... No, I shouldn't even say that. People in the military,
Okay.
their uniforms,
Yes.
okay? The American flag that's sewn onto their, let's say, their shoulders. Why is it always going in the opposite direction than a traditional, what we think as a traditional flag, being shown as?
I'm not understanding your question.
The stars are on the left and the stripes go to the right.
Okay.
But on the patches, it's always opposite. It's like going in the other direction.
Because they're going into the wind, into battle. Because they're racing, so the flag's going back that way. No? Not a good answer?
That wasn't convincing enough.
Yeah. You blew it with the wind part.
Yeah.
Do you know the answer, or you were just asking?
No, I'm just asking because every time I see it on TV or something, it's always facing the opposite direction.
Well, that's that whole camera lens thing. That's why. Just kidding. I don't know. Hold on. Did you ask Google yet?
No. I figured you guys would know.
So you got me on that one. That's one thing I don't know.
But have you noticed that?
No.
Because the canton or field of blue stars must be assaulting forward or facing forward to mirror the image of historical standard bearers bringing the flag into battle.
So it's what I'm saying. So like if you had the...
Minus the wind part.
Well, no, because before it would be they're holding the flag up, right? So if they're moving forward, that means that it's going back that way. So it's...
Right. Makes sense.
So I was right.
So why wouldn't photos of a flag by itself be in that same position?
Because it's a... what's the word I'm looking for?
Patch?
It's a symbol. What's another word? It's a symbol during battle. What he said. That's why they're like that on...
Oh, God, what fucking word are you thinking
on the
of?
shoulder. It's symbolic.
Yeah, there it is.
What is?
The patch and it going with the blue forward and the...
Okay, but when you see a picture of a flag, not the patch, it's always going left to right, if you will.
What do you mean?
So when you see a picture of a flag,
The stars are always on the left.
it's blue, and then your stripes going that way.
To the right. Left to right.
Like when you read a book, here's your flag. Because this is where it starts, right? You blue with the stars, and then the red, and it's going that way. On the shoulder patch, what he was talking about, it's blue first.
I get the difference. Why? What? Like, why does it matter?
Yeah, my point exactly. Why does it matter? Why if the patch is in a certain direction, why isn't it always displayed that way in photographs, in paintings, or whatever? Because that's just the way.
Because
It is.
This is the patches on their clothing are. It's a symbolism, and it's for when they go into battle. You could take a picture of a flag anywhere. And depending on which way the wind is going...
Yeah.
Correct. However, I'm pretty sure 99% of the pictures that you see, the flag will be going left to right. the
Right.
pole will always be on the left.
Right.
Why is that?
Because that's the start of the flag, is the left side where the stars and the stripes, or the blue, and then it goes down to the stripes, right? But you're talking about the way it's on the patch, the flag's in motion because they're moving forward into battle.
I get that.
So then why don't you understand that that's why the other pictures are the way they are?
Why not have the pole on the right?
I don't understand what you mean by pictures. Like what?
If you typed in American flag right now, you'll see that the stars are on the left.
Because those are flags to show support, and they're not going into battle. These,
You're making shit up right now.
No, you're making shit up. Like
I'm not making it up. If you pulled it up right now, what do you see?
You're creating an argument just for an argument.
I'm not. It's not an argument. I'm just saying if you pulled up a picture, all I'm saying is my question was
explain to you.
But you're
why.
you're making shit up now by saying it's because we're not going into battle.
I guarantee you the reason that it is because that's the side that she sewed first when she made the first American flag. Was she had it with the blue in the top left with the stars and shit, and the stripes to the right. I guarantee you that's what it is.
So you're asking. So wait. I want to clarify because
it was just okay.
Hold on. I want to clarify. Stop interrupting. What he said in the very beginning was that it was symbolic of wartime when they would walk in with their flags, and that the beginning of the flag, the blue where the stripes start, are at the pole, just like on any other pole. But because they're in action, they're moving back behind you because the air's in front of you and it's pushing the flags back.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes.
So that's why on the shoulders, that's why those patches are done that way.
Okay.
As a symbolic gesture of actual flags being flown and them going backwards.
Okay.
Now, they all connect from the same place. They all connect from the blue and the red.
Right.
So that's the natural beginning, is left to right. So when you see a picture, it would make sense that you see it left to right, which would mean the stars are on your left-hand side and the stripes continue on to the right.
But it could easily be opposite.
It could be, but that's not your. But your question is why are all pictures like that instead of with it facing the other way? I'm explaining to you that the reason why they're on the shoulders is symbolic of them carrying the flag into war. Them taking pictures of a flag. Most people stand because just like anybody else, just like yourself, you understand when you read a book, it's left to right. That's just how we were trained, right? So you take the picture starting from the left side over to the right. It makes sense. That's the natural order of what we've been taught. I bet you if you pulled up a flag, it's not, Tokyo doesn't go right to left. They go up and down, right? The letters, when they read, they go up and down?
No, they go right to left.
Okay. Pull up a flag of a picture of a flag, Tokyo.
You mean a Japanese flag?
Japanese flag, and see.
Well, we have an issue with that one.
Why?
Because that's just one red dot in the center.
So we could, yeah, but you could tell where it's sewn and on the pole. So are they taking a picture of it with the pole on the right or on the left?
Well, on the original Rising Sun, which was the Japanese during World War II, the circle was justified to the left and down a little bit.
Okay.
So meaning the pole was probably closest to the circle.
Which would be on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see the eyelids where it's tied in.
Well, that and the fact that it's justified like that.
So I wonder if they would, when they fly it, because this is an American website.
Oh, here, let me look at
Just look up, Google it, and
that's
look
what I
up.
did. That was the first thing that came up.
Look at images.
Oh, here. Yep. left to right.
Interesting. I figured it would have been the other way around. Maybe it wasn't a Japanese photographer.
Again, it was just a question.
Yeah, that's
hey.
a good question.
Mine usually are.
Not so much.
Yeah, the fucking.
You know what? Sometimes you have really good questions. It's your arguments that are terrible.
Yeah. It's your arguments and reasons for asking.
Actually,
like,
it's not. It's just that when it's 2 on 1, when it's 2 on 1, it usually
you
make it
are
out.
Such a child.
You like to dig your feet in on things that sometimes.
Oh yeah, talk about the pot calling the kettle black.
Well, I dig
can't
my
say
feet
that.
in on things that are right.
Pot, kettle, African
Got
American.
another story.
Oh, eh?
Ready?
God forbid I fucking talk. Go ahead.
Ready?
Go.
Most prisons do not have climate control, air
Who the fuck?
conditioning.
And
I'm supposed to give a shit?
Hey, it's just a fact.
Okay. Move on. Next fact.
Now, with climate change, it is now being considered
No.
in some states cruel and unusual punishment to have prisoners in these prisons that don't have air conditioning.
What I think we
'Cause
should
it's
do is
getting
like
too
what they
hot.
did with Magneto. Right? They put him in an all-plastic prison. We should put these guys in plexiglass prison so they can't break out, and they get greenhouse gases. So they just burn.
so they're saying they want AC. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if they're saying they want AC, but they have to be placed, they have to be housed somewhere where the living conditions in the heat aren't to an extreme.
Okay, so here's my thing about that. I agree.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's not comfortable living like that, and whatever
You're not supposed to be comfortable. You're in prison.
right. However,
Hate to break that to you.
here's what I think how it should work is they should split the bill amongst all the prisoners to keep the jail at a certain temperature, and that they all have to work a certain amount doing whatever the case may be. Take them out to the field and go pick corn or pick whatever shit's in season to pay for that electric bill, because they're already getting three free meals a day, right? They get free water, free showers, free electricity. Why shouldn't they have to flip the bill for the AC? Why is it coming out of our pocket? We didn't do nothing wrong. Oh, wait.
What
Huh.
What if these, let's say a certain percentage of the prisons in question aren't anywhere near fields such as the one you're describing?
Well, then what they should do is plant fields outside of the prison. That would do a few things, and that would save and that would help all the food shortages and all that other bullshit, because you have these guys growing your food for the country, and they're paying for their own electric bill for the AC. Should be fair. Why should we have to pay for it? We're already paying for you to live. You look, dude, you get free food, you get to work out all day, you're in great fucking shape. You got a little store that you can go get shit from, whatever you want. You learn how to be a fucking ghetto chef. You can create anything with Top Ramen. See this dude that does this shit, everything. It's Top Ramen, Hot Cheetos. He uses the juice from a hot pickle. uses the pickle itself. He cuts it up, and he uses a card, his commissary card, to cut it up. Then they get the sausage and cheese. So they use that and they put that in their mixture along with whatever else, and they cook like burritos. They cook all kinds of shit in their jail cell with these things they get from commissary. Mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, like
Okay, but they're just throwing shit together that they have. You're making it seem like they're making a gourmet meal.
that shit delicious. What do you say? It's bussin'. This shit is bussin'.
Because believe you me, when they get out, they ain't making that same meal.
No more fucking top ramen for me, bro.
But apparently it's the Eighth Amendment, which I didn't realize what the Eighth Amendment was until I read it. But that's exactly what it is. It's cruel punishment for prisoners.
But is it cruel and unusual to have these guys in a jail and not make them work for the pleasures that everybody else has to work for? Why should they get it for free? They committed a crime.
Well, okay, he asked another question, a clarifying question.
Okay. What was his clarifying question?
He said, which voice has what speech thing? If your inner voice has the same impediment.
Okay, now it's getting fucked up.
He asked. Okay, we can go. We can move on.
Okay. Where were we?
Should they not work for the same pleasures as people outside?
Yeah. I mean, do you want to flip the bill for them to have AC?
I wouldn't mind.
No, but I never really thought about it. I mean, what's that? Another 2 cents to your taxes?
And you're just okay with...
I'm not saying that. Let's just be honest about what the cost would be.
Okay, so it's another 2 cents, but think about, 2 cents over a lifetime. How much work, by the time you pass away, how much work did you do for those guys to have AC?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're sitting playing dominoes.
They're doing that now, though.
Wearing a fucking jacket. That's what I'm saying. That's what's wrong. Well, these guys they go to jail. They go to jail. They get to read. They get to work out. They get to have sex. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. They get to play checkers. They get tattoos. They read magazines. They draw. They have computer access. They watch TV. They don't have to cook or clean because somebody does it for them. Like, what's so bad about that? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to go to jail. I know that it's a fucking rough and ugly place, and absolutely shit happens in there, and I'm not taking anything away from that. But I'm just saying that there should still be
a level of suffering.
Yeah.
The fact that you're in jail is the suffering.
Oh, for
that you
fuck's
can't
sakes.
go out and do free stuff.
Yeah, but you're there because
You can't do things freely.
But you're there because of the shit you did. So just because you were caught just because you're a human being, okay? If you did something wrong and you're in jail, we didn't send you there as a fucking vacation.
It's not a home away from home.
You're there to suffer the consequences for the decisions that you've made. We're not making them suffer. Does that make sense?
We're putting them up in a 4-star B&B.
Not about 4-star, but
I don't know. I've seen some of their fucking rooms.
TVs in the room, stereos, everything.
I heard a ex-con give advice to anybody that would listen.
Okay.
That was planning on doing anything that might send them to jail. And break the law in some way that would send them to jail. He said, before you do that, I want you to take 24 hours and go in your bathroom and stay there for 24 hours. Have somebody bring you 3 meals. You sleep in the tub. You got a toilet. No, don't bring a TV, nothing in there. You're just in there for 24 hours.
I'm sorry. Did you just call it a tarlet?
Yeah.
Did I?
Okay, I thought I heard that.
You've been watching Medea.
And think of that for the next 10 years, 20 years, whatever. If you could, if that's okay with you for one day, then you can go ahead and do whatever you were planning on doing.
You can go stab that dude.
You think you can do it? You think you'd survive in jail?
In jail?
Yeah. In prison?
Do I think I survive? Yeah, I think I can survive. Do I think it would
Not a lot
suck?
of sand.
At this age, I ain't a pretty boy no more, so I think I'm all right.
So you think you'd be all right? Who would you join up with? The black dudes or the Mexican dudes? Because you can go with either one.
You think I'm that dark? I'd have to go with the Mexican dudes.
You think they'd take you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You speaking of Spanish? I've never really heard you speak Spanish. So
I can get by.
yeah. What about you?
Oh, come on.
Look at me.
You think you could make it in jail?
Probably not.
He'd go back to his haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The second they buzz me, I'm sitting there with a swastika on the left of on my left chest right here. That's whom I have to shack up with.
Fucker's coming home with that big fucking
Never saying
Celtic
my last
cross on his
name.
back. Jesus Christ. You're gonna have to use your mom's last name in jail.
Yep.
Jesus.
And you?
Me? I don't know.
You talk too much shit.
Yeah. I'd
You get
probably
stabbed night one.
I'd probably get waxed within the first week or something. First 2 weeks.
Did you say whacked or waxed?
Well, whacked. I didn't mean waxed. I meant, yeah. Whoopsie. Wrong show. Yeah, I don't know. I always said if I went to jail, I'd either come out dead or I'd come out running shit. One of the two. I don't know which one it would be. I don't know if I could go in and have to do dirt. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if I can go in and just be watching fucking a Looney Tunes cartoon and shank somebody.
Before I forget, were your ears burning last Wednesday?
No way.
What, last Wednesday?
Who was talking shit now?
2 Wednesdays ago?
Maybe. Why? What happened?
Hold on. 2 Wednesdays ago. I went out to dinner for my anniversary, the 12th. It was the day after we recorded.
Okay.
I'm at the restaurant. All of a sudden, dude, I got sick.
Really?
Dude, nose was running. Couldn't taste my food. I went to the bathroom a couple of times just to blow my nose. And my old lady's like, Mingo got you sick. I told you not to go over there. You went anyways. Mingo got you sick.
It was your fucking allergies, bro.
Dog.
Because that was the day. That was like when it was sand, like it was blowing sand, right? If I remember correctly, because I remember sitting on the couch looking out, and all of a sudden it was just like it was clear, and all of a sudden there's like this fucking wall of sand.
Dude, we went to I think I told you James came down.
Oh yeah, you went to
Him
dinner
and
with
his,
them,
yeah,
right?
we double dated. Went to a steakhouse. Couldn't taste my food. Dude, got there, everything was fine. Ordered a drink, it was fine. By the time I got halfway done with the drink, right before the food came, all of a sudden, dude, I couldn't breathe through my nose.
Were you guys sitting outside?
No.
What were you drinking?
Fucking
Lemon drop on.
lemon drop martini.
This fucking guy. I'll take a mint julep, please. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you want to know what the worst part was, too?
So why are y'all talking shit about me?
Because you got me sick.
I didn't get you sick.
Yeah, you
I
did.
was good, dude.
No, it was lingering.
I lived with him and Milo, and neither one of them got sick.
Dude,
the whole
they're
time.
young. Young kids don't get sick. We're of that age. We got to be careful. So check this out. I was wearing one of my favorite shirts.
Huh?
I cut this steak. I stabbed it with the fork. Cut my piece off. I went to lift it, and it was still hanging like by a little bit of meat.
Right.
So I took the knife and I pushed the big part down, hoping it would separate. and it splattered. The grease splattered all over my shirt, kid.
Oh.
I was so pissed.
Better
Dude.
than boogers, though, right?
It got my mind off my boogers.
Well, at least the boogers you can wash out. That grease ain't.
Yeah,
get it out?
the cleaners got majority of it out. You
Really?
can't really tell because it's like a gray shirt.
Oh, okay.
So if you knew it was there, you'll see it. But if you don't, it's good.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Right on.
Molly actually just brought the shirt home today. I was really surprised because
Nice.
it was a pricey shirt. So I was like, damn.
Well, maybe that's why the fucking stain came out. Because it was a pricey shirt. You know what I'm saying? You use the little cheap ones like,
Really?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just saying, maybe because it's a better quality shirt,
maybe.
the stain didn't stay in. Maybe the fabric was different or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's one of those shirts that I would have bought another one. That's how good of a shirt it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't got
I
shirts
love
like
that shirt.
All right, Sebastian, any final words?
Nah, I'm good.
You got anything?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Your friend never sent you another method?
Okay, and that's where it's fucked up. Nope, he hasn't.
No? All right.
I told him afterwards, I said, please at least tell me you're laughing at the fucking joke and that's why you're not responding.
You know what he's doing? He's trying to hear it.
He can read.
No, he's trying to hear his voice to answer you.
Maybe that's what he's doing.
All right, Tony. Any final words?
Yeah. This Thursday, our buddy Rob, his son, turns 19. Ruben's turns 19 Thursday, 27th.
Right on. Happy birthday.
So happy birthday, Ruben. That's whose party we're going to.
Right?
The 28th, Friday,
Okay.
our high school friend Gideon, he turns 51. He's the last one, if I remember right.
Kids younger than we are?
Yeah, can you believe it?
Holy shit.
Yeah. So he's one of the last ones. Just in case, never know.
Right?
I don't plan on it, but you never know. I would like to wish our son Sebastian a happy birthday.
Don't fucking
Just
make it
on the
weird.
first. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday,
Thank
amigo.
you.
Yeah. 23,
Yep.
clubbing. We be clubbing.
Yeah, no, you're not coming.
Happy birthday.
Shit, we'll be clubbing here for you.
That's better.
You know what I mean? Down at the
At your
VFW.
slam poetry, yeah. At one of the Elks Lodges.
Right? Shit. Yeah, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Enjoy it. Wow. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
That's it? All right. Hey, guys, thanks for listening. Love you. Talk to you soon.